Sunshine and pleasant temps have led to a wide-open roof here this afternoon at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Dallas Cowboys. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. At their own 23-yard line.
Ready up.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You look at this Cowboy defense. Now they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked third in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typically what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. From up here in the booth, looked like he started to make his cut into the middle of the field right as that ball was being released. That's how you draw it up.
Exactly how you draw it up, but you don't often get that result because that means absolute confidence from both the receiver and the quarterback to know both will be in the spot they're supposed to be.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. This defense for the Cowboys, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll go with Jones. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On play action, now McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run. Boy, took a real chance with that one, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air with McCarthy. And that will be incomplete.
A
wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he'll run it for about 5, up close to the 40.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. 26.
Robinson with another carry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Here's Prescott. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He's across midfield.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Prescott off play action. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
That was a really nice job there, stretching zone coverage by running that route deep enough before breaking it back towards the sideline and being open.
And a precise throw for the reception of the first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. On the counter, this is Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
To throw is Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They're going to 53. 26.
They'll run with Robinson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Here we go, going to 54, going to 50. They're going to 53. Hey, here we go, 26.
Throwing, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Now Prescott. He'll try and do this himself. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's fourth and goal.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
Here we go, going to 50. Yeah, here we go. 26. 26.
Now here's a fake on the jet sweep. And a give to Robinson. And he's not going to get there. They tackle him at the 2. The run is turned away on fourth and goal from the 2. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go.
To throw from his end zone. McCarthy. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd and 7. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Throwing is McCarthy. Going up top. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
And as you prepare for this team, you have to understand that no matter where they are in the field, this is an offense that will take its shots. And true to form, they do exactly that and break up a big chunk of yardage and help their field position.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Over the middle, it's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to have a third down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top 2 seeds in the NFC. I think they're the 2 best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top 2 teams in the NFC.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Robinson up the middle. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. Prescott now. He's got this to Pickens. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 right at the 40. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Prescott to throw it. Sets up the screen to Robinson. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Now Dak, he's going to mix it up. Prescott. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Running a jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these 2 teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Into space at the 45. And down to the 16-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big, big yardage.
back to throw now on first down. Justin Jefferson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Cowboys nothing. Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Second and 12 at the 24-yard line.
Now Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Here's Prescott. That is caught. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To the air again, Prescott. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now Prescott going to change the play. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
He was tackled at the
a nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Oh, they're changing this at the line. Going quickly out to the right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
10 at the 29-yard line.
There we go, going to 53. Yeah, here we go. Right there we go, kill. 26.
And again, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, kill. 47. Hey, 47. Sweat. Hey. Here we go. Go to 54. 180.
Back to throw again. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Kevontae Turpin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
For the Vikings.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 to score as we resume action on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line.
34-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll set up to throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what,
You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Well, Prescott, he's going to change things up here. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Prescott able to use those legs of his to pick up the first.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots. And right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Yeah, here we go.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Why?
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Yeah! Here we go!
On 3rd down, Robinson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized.
We're going to 54. Here we go, 47. Go, get out there. Here we go, 46.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And he is into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cowboys have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Aubrey good with the PAT. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Vikings 10. Brandon Aubrey to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To the air with McCarthy. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Open man, that's Felton. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Pass is caught. Pickens on the comeback route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, 40.
Now Prescott. He'll give this to his running back, Dowdle. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
7-yard pickup.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Rico Dowdle, 29 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Aubrey now for the point after. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Cowboys 21. Vikings 10.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To the air again, McCarthy. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 16.
That's another Vikings first down. First and 10.
Here's McCarthy. This is caught. Touchdown. Ty Felton. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
McCarthy going to look to throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
The score, Cowboys 21, Vikings 16. Will Reichard the kickoff for the Vikings.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, here we go.
Throwing, Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Yeah, here we go. I take it. What do you think?
On play action, Prescott. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now Dak, he wants to change the play.
Going to 53.
They run here with Dowdle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down. Even though they were stopped before the first down marker, well-executed run there by the offense.
It certainly was, and the best part about it, it opens up other plays, especially the play-action passing game. Because if you can sell the run, that brings the linebackers up, and you can throw over the top of them and in front of the safeties.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So after the fourth down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Here's Prescott. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. On the run, it's Dowdle. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys are moving closer to a 15-0 record as they extend their lead here. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This is 1st and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. Now McCarthy. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Pass complete. It's Hawkinson.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Osa Odigizua with the effort there to earn the sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Here we go, here we go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Yeah, here we go. Right there. Wide eight.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still